and extreme violence. History will remember their courage. However, this courage came at a devastating cost. It is with profound sorrow that I must inform the people of Kenya that this violence claimed a life. James Muigai of Vehote Village, Kiabaga Ward, was shot and killed by the policemen sent by William Ruto. William Ruto managed to kill 20 people are in hospital with gunshot wounds and head injuries after being attacked with truncheons by the killer police squad sent by William Ruto. I must say that we are shocked that William Ruto sent policemen to kill people, to maim them, be forgiven by our people. These rogue policemen raped our women, elderly women, middle-aged women, and young girls. So far, 68 women have reported to us that they were raped by the hooded thugs sent by William Ruto. Yet they cannot report the attacks to the police because they were raped by the policemen. I want to say, William Ruto, you have crossed the red line. Raping our women is unforgivable, and you shall pay for it. Yes. You shall pay for it. Yes. And as they raped the women, they maimed them, telling them that they must know that William Ruto is the president of Kenya, and they can do whatever they want and nobody will take them anywhere. Given this tragedy, there must be accountability. It would be inexcusable not to call out the people responsible for this. It is important for the people of Kenya to know exactly who the architects of this bloodshed be allowed to continue to hide in the shadows. The killer gangs were authorized by the Minister for Goonism and extrajudicial killing in Kenya. These police units operated in Kalou yesterday. There were 3 groups. One was commanded by Madeira Member of Parliament Eric Wamumbi and his wife Betty Maina, the women rep for Muranga. The second squad was commanded and taking orders from one Dennis Itubi. The third group was taking orders from Charles Karondo, the board chairman of the Communications Authority. The goons terrorizing the constituencies were coordinated by Nakuru Town East Member of Parliament David Gekaria, Kiambu County Women's Representative Anne Wamuratha, the Nyandarua County Women Representative Faith Getau, Kiambaa Member of Parliament John Kawanjiku, nominated MP Sabina Chege, Bahati Member of Parliament Irene Joki, and Bere North MP Mr. Wamudende. The financing of all the violence that took place in Kalou was coordinated by Kimani Ichung'wa, who was collecting money from William Ruto and giving the money to the teams on the ground. All of it was done under the express authority of William Ruto, who was giving the money and who okayed the attacks on the population and the raping of women, and with the operational support of Kipchumba Murkomen. So when Murkomen promises an investigation into men wielding weapons that only the police has access to, you ask yourself, how stupid does he think Kenyans are? He wants us to believe automatic rifles paraded openly in a constituency packed with 2,000 police officers went unnoticed by security agencies for over 12 hours. It is insulting that he thinks anyone can believe that. If Murkomen has called for an investigation, he must call for an investigation into his own person because he is the one who authorized these attacks in Kalou. As we speak, the DCI Kalou arrested our young people, the Gen Zs, on trumped-up charges. Some have been taken to court, and others are reported missing. We'll go on to state throughout the electoral period. They have said nothing. The returning officers, the presiding officers, and the clerks did a commendable professional job. The commissioners have proven they cannot be trusted. These things were plain for all to see, even as the In light of the open brutality witnessed yesterday and the complicity of IBC commissioners, we must confront be a violent election and could give room to anarchy and civil unrest. Thankfully, the people of Kalou have given the template for what must be done. When the people stand resolute, the state cannot change the result. Violence from police and goons cannot change the result. A compromised IBC cannot change the result. However, far this administration is willing to go, however dark its schemes, Kalou has proven one thing beyond doubt. They cannot overpower all of us, and they cannot overturn the will of the people. Now, we must now chart the way forward to the next election. I want to admit and acknowledge that I, Rigathi Gachagua, and the people of Mount Kenya are to a huge extent responsible for the mess we are in as a country. We handed this administration nearly half the votes that brought it into power. It is determined in a by-election preceding the general election. TNA came into power in 2012 in the Kagema by-election. UDA became the party of choice in 2021 after by-elections in Rurii and Kiambaa by-election. DCP has now delivered its first-born member of parliament in Kalou, and DCP today is a party of choice in the mountain. DCP is 1 year old with one member of parliament of Kalou, one MCA in Narok Town Ward, Narok County, one MCA in Kisa East, Kakamega County, and Kariobangi Ward in Nairobi County. We are a national party and it is our intention to field candidates in all 47 counties for gubernatorial, senatorial, National Assembly, and County Assembly seats. In accordance with our strategic plan, we have set up a necessary machinery and blueprints to secure a minimum of 20 governors, a minimum of 20 senators, a minimum of 145 members of the National Assembly, and a minimum of 720 members of the County Assembly across the country. To any aspirant considering DCP, come forward today. We give you our word that our nominations will be free, fair, and credible. Part of the popularity of Sammy Douglas Waweru Kamau as the DCP candidate was the credibility of the nominations DCP ran for the Kalou by-election. That standard is not a one-time event. It is our foundation, and we will not lower it. For the avoidance of doubt, this by-election marks the death of UDA in this region. William Ruto knows it, and we are aware he is already scheming. He intends to introduce different colored wheelbarrows to accommodate his allies, who now know they cannot survive with the UDA in the upcoming by-election. But we are watching him. We are aware of a small wheelbarrow coming up in Muranga. We'll announce it and shout about it when it is done. We also know that he intends to introduce small presidential candidates in the mountain to divide the mountain vote. We shall call them out when he unleashes them. These are people who work with him at night and pretend to be against him during the day. As you have seen in Kalou, the people are nobody's fool. William Ruto sent the entire state machine